Karma is not punishment. Karma is not somebody out there who is looking and saying, oh, you did the wrong thing, here, I'll hit you on the head for that. That's not how it works. No? That is actually relatively clear about karma, is that karma is created in the soul. And in the soul, or you can say in the subconscious mind, whatever wrong action we have done, it is registered. It is there also known as being wrong. Wrong meaning going against the law of love, going against the truth, which is the truth of unity, which is the love. So that is known there because of the presence in the soul of the self. So that is known, and to resolve that, some compensation has to happen. So then, when we take birth, our desires are what drives the choices that we make in taking birth. And these desires, they can be of many kinds, but definitely some of these desires will be desires to compensate for past errors. So we will create the conditions where that can happen. And sometimes the way this is created will be, you could say, more from a negative feeling, sometimes more from a positive feeling, meaning that this compensation can either mean that we are going to help somebody or do something good, or this compensation can mean that we are going to put ourselves in a certain situation which is hard on us, which more or less inflicts the same damage on us as we have inflicted on others. And of course, this first one is the better one. But we have to understand that as souls, when we reincarnate, we do not have a brain. We do not have rational thinking. We do not have a clear plan. We are mostly ruled by emotion. And so, while you can say we are making these choices, we are not making them so consciously, so actually it just happens. No? If we inflict upon ourselves the same kind of pain that we have inflicted upon others, that then this experience truly will make us understand and feel the pain that we inflicted on others, and therefore bring us to a real compassion, not just a more, let's say, superficial kind of pity or something, but really from the heart. We know. But karma is not there with a particular, let's say, purpose. It is there like the ripples are there in the water, no? It's very often compared. If you throw a stone in a lake, then it creates ripples on the water, and when those ripples, they touch then the side of the lake, they come back. So that is all what it is, no? So it's a natural thing. You could say the law of karma is as natural as the law of gravity or many of the other physical laws that are there. It is going against our truest nature, which then bounces back on that nature and creates a certain effect. When the self experiences, observes, let's say, our wrongdoing, it has no opinion. Huh? It has no intention. There's no idea in the self of, I should teach this guy something. Only the mere power of that observation, that neutral, loving observation, is that then inside of us, it creates a certain desire to compensate. It's not the self doing that, it's again the ego actually who is doing that. Only the ego is the doer, also in karma. So the self is a great teacher, but it is that kind of teacher where you go and no words are being spoken. There's only a kind of presence, which is also an energy that affects you, reflects upon you, and brings about in you a certain change. But that is not the self, like who is doing. Only through its mere existence and our attention on it, that is what happens. So we have to very well understand that for the self, for God, for cosmic consciousness, whichever you want to name it, karma is not needed. Definitely punishment is not needed. Only when we feel that energy of the self, then we feel we need punishment. But it is not needed. We can also forgive ourselves without creating any new karma, that then has to compensate for whatever we've done wrong. And that is what can happen in deep meditation. Because there in deep meditation, we watch as the self. And we see from inside, from that pure observer, we look at these karmic impressions. And by that mere looking, they dissolve.